Hello and welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Gonna go back through chat and say hello to all the early birds that was in here. And we'll start with Buck. We got Pontoon Jody, aka Barefoot. We have Jason Lamb, Mike Sampson, Serena keeping it real. We have Central Valley, 351. Mrs. Swamp Donkey, how you doing? Down East Tackle. So I do have a link pinned up to the top tonight for question and answers, and if anybody wants to come up and chat and talk catfishing, hello Gray's fishing family, David Ogden. How are you guys all doing tonight? Now, as Paul Boyd, how are you doing? Hi, Lynn, how you doing? Is Want to be outdoors in here and JTC Whitefoot. But if anybody wants to come up and chat, I do have a link up top. How you doing, down east? Mike Sampson, how are you doing? I pray you get well, David Ogden. Doing good. Had a good day. Had to go do some adulting things today that I didn't like doing. I'd rather been at the bank fishing. Hey, John Oyler. How you doing, bud? Like I said, there's a link pinned up top of the chat. If anybody wants to come up and talk and have questions or anything, we can talk that way and answer questions. We have Catmandu. We have Andy. Women Outdoors, how you doing? I loved all your videos of Women Outdoors. I wish I was out there right now too, but the wind and the temperature, boy, the bank I'd like to be on, I can't have a fire, so. So if you guys have any questions about the tournament or want to know anything about me, just feel free to ask in chat and I will answer them. Catfishing Curtis, how you doing, bud? Jason Lamb, if you're still in here, next weekend is a fishing weekend with you on the Mississippi. Buck Williams, how you doing, bud? And the 9th will be the Channel Cat Tournament. I don't see JTC or Want to Be Outdoors in here. Oh, don't worry. I'll probably meet you up there, Jason. Hey, Uncle Lou, how you doing, bud? Keeping you in my prayers, Uncle Lou. I will say this. I was hoping to see JTC or Whitefoot in here, or Want to Be Outdoors. Central Valley, how you doing, bud? You waiting to try some more snagging, Jason? JBT, how you doing, bud? Hey, Donar. Donar, that was a great live that you did on the 23rd. So if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Hello, Annette Morgan. Anybody wants to come up and be on screen, they can do that. I do have two alternates, Catfish and Curtis. I can put you on as a third one if the other two don't show up or are available. I can put you in. But I got JTC and Want to Be Outdoors, so I got to get a hold of them first if they want to take place. Hey, Lance, how you doing, bud? There's a link pinned up top of chat. I'm trying to see if I got my backups are in chat, but I don't see any. I don't see JTC or Want to Be Outdoors. Whatever one shows up first is going to be get an opportunity. Hey, Rebecca and Jamie, how are you doing? Yeah, it is so cold today. But we did have Uncle Lou step out of the tournament for personal reasons. I don't know why. I'm not going to ask why. So I need. Hey, Mike Irving. If the contestants from the tournament want to step up, they can. Hey, Samson. Oh, I already know that, Catfish and Curtis. According to him, there's no channel cast around in his area. So come on up, Lance. Sharina, if you're in here, you can come on up. Yeah, I know that one, Curtis. Oh, we got the Godfather, the channel cats coming up.
Hi,
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, we got the Godfather channel cast coming up. You got a second device going? How you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, we got the Godfather channel cast coming up. You got a second device going? How you doing, bud?
There we go.
You got that second device turned off?
Rookie.
It's all right. It's to be expected. I got to be up on panel JPT during the Channel Cat tournament.
Hey, CVA. I probably missed a bunch of people. There are a lot of people in here tonight.
I noticed. We got 28 in here already. So have you figured your spot on the Missouri River, or were you going to be going after Channel Cat yet?
Boy, I went out today. I just got back, in fact, and man, that water is so low that it's not that big a deal, but I just I thought I'd walk down some rocks to a real good spot, and I got about 2 rocks in, lost my balance, and almost did a crash dive. So I figured going across rocks ain't a good idea for me.
No.
But I did
Jeremy,
find some good spots. It's just the river's down about 20 feet, I think. It's
yeah, it
long
shouldn't
ways
start
down.
coming back up after all this rain and snowfall we've had.
Yeah, all our snow melted, but there wasn't much moisture in it at all.
Yeah, but I'm saying everything north of you is going to be coming down your way anyway.
Yeah, it might be later on, but our lake is low too. They weren't hardly releasing anything all winter long.
Okay.
But today must have been the day. There was a lot of boats out on the river fishing, and if I want to get to any of those spots, I'm going to have to go by boat.
Do you have a boat?
Yeah, it comes out of storage April 1st. I'll take it in and get a new prop put on it and a different prop and make sure it's ready to go.
That's good. Hey, Judy May Collins, Jeremy Tournament Cats. I do not have a spot open on Saturday. I had one open up on Sunday. I had someone step out of the tournament on Sunday. So if you're good with Sunday, that's good. If not, I'll go to the next person in line. Good night, Jason. Take care. Chucky Morgan, Dragonfire. You still here, Don?
Yep, I'm just catching up on chat and practicing my bad habits.
Oh, smoking?
Yeah.
I understand that.
Who
Okato TV, hello. Cat.
who were you talking to that wanted was
Well, I had one person on Sunday back out due to personal reasons of the tournament,
okay?
and Jeremy Tournament Catch was the first in line for backup. So he is now in on Sunday. Unless he says he can't do Sunday, then if he can't do it, then it's going to be one to be outdoors. Going to be filling in Sunday.
Okay. Because I'm not tied to either day for me. It doesn't matter.
No, you're on Saturday. I already got you.
Yep.
I got you penciled in there. So.
Well, I hope you don't have a big eraser.
No. Hey, it's already final because I already have you on my community tab on what day you're on there. If you haven't noticed, I put the
Boy,
full
I wish I could.
contestants, Sunday's contestants.
I wish I could get all this electronic stuff figured out. I'm still working at it.
Okay, I did. I was looking for it at CBA. I just didn't see it.
Yeah, Jeremy, he'll get knocked out first day anyhow.
Wow.
Congratulations, Jeremy. Glad you made it
Jumped
in.
onto the floor.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. My wife even said today, she said, "You're pretty excited about this." I said, "I am," but what I was hoping is the little creeks running in would have opened up by now, but they're froze solid yet.
Well,
And
you just
right
got
at the
up
mouth
to
of them is usually real good this time of year.
No, I'm not giving a winner $1,000 cash prize, JVT. I see a
Yeah,
lot of smack talk going on in chat, but they're not coming up on panel to do it. You're the only brave one up here.
I scared them all away.
John Only says, Lance, you might want to fish Sunday. I hate to see you lose Saturday. JVT's trying to get $1,000 out of my wallet. That ain't going to happen.
Well, you could send them a picture of it.
No, I ain't going to do that because that'd be unreal. Hey, real gals, Mississippi Queen, how you doing?
Hey, Jody, how you doing?
Hey, this Barefoot. Jody's not scared of anything. Any kind of fishing challenge.
Yeah,
Whether
she's my
it's
agent.
Hands, blues, channels.
She's handling it for me.
Huh?
Jody's my agent. She's handling all that end of it for me.
Awesome, Jody. Hey, you got a great agent. You have a very good agent. I don't know how you got her as an agent, but
Well, I just kind of told her she was.
hey, that works. Central Valley says, I'm scared of Jody's challenges. What is that, CVA? You don't like the side bets?
Now him, me, and got a side bet going.
Tim Donna, how are you doing? Yeah, I remember the side bet you guys got going.
Yep.
The dollar bills.
Yeah, I seen somebody else did that after we had talked about it. Somebody else did that too for their side bet.
Hey, Richard Ward, how you doing? Who else did that? Don.
Huh?
Who else did that? Do you
I know it
remember?
wasn't Lance because
No, because it's you, Lance, and Hogleg that did the first one.
Hogleg, yeah.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
You see how my memory is. I might forget that I did it afterwards.
Well, hey, they won't let you forget. Chucky Morgan.
Hey,
Small
small
town, how
town.
you doing? So, you got your baits pinned out. You got your location you're working on. You have your Joey. Do you have your snacks ready for the day?
Have what?
Your snacks that you're gonna be taking with you?
I usually don't eat very much when I'm fishing. I kind of stay busy.
Daniel says, Don isn't reading chat. Let him know I just rubbed on 3 coats of the finish he told me to try, and he loves it.
Well, good. I'm was wondering about that. Yeah, if you can buff it to a real high luster if you want.
It was like a polyurethane shine that will buff out real nice,
Hmm.
isn't it?
Yeah, just one part uh, shellac, one part walnut oil, and one part denatured alcohol.
Oh, that's gonna buff out real good. Hey, want to be outdoors?
Yeah, that's usually about what I buff it out or sand it out to.
You're not reading
Sometimes,
chat, are you?
who me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
John Orland just tagged you. Don, our only thing you'll need is a pillow to lay your head in after I defeat you.
Well, I can't think of anybody, much of anybody greater than you to be beat by.
Well, hey, you got Lance, you got
Yeah,
Alicia,
there's a lot of people I wouldn't mind losing to anybody. I'm a good loser.
you have JBT. But hey, you could be the uncle of catfishing and beat them all.
I could be.
You just don't know. You gotta see what the waters hold for you, what they can do for you.
Yeah, the weather's not going to be that big a deal. I'll go no matter what it is. Being able to walk to the edge of the water to fish is my biggest problem.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got the Hawaiian coming up.
I sat about half hour
Yeah,
today
man. Done.
trying to figure out how to get down. Hey,
Hello,
Lance.
Lance. Gene Tillman. So you got your spot pinned out where you going, Lance?
Huh?
Do you have your location pinned out where you're going?
Not yet.
It'll have
Well,
the Bullock experience.
it'll be Mendota, man, because
Hi,
we're
Scott.
all we're all ice is all gone.
Down here?
And
Uh,
I know you already got your bait of choice.
Yeah. I know what baits I'm gonna use.
Central Valley says Don Little Whisker Whipper is going to take you out, John. Lance wants to fish Sunday so he won't lose to.
John's fishing Saturday?
Yep, he's fishing right against you.
Ah. Maybe he can fish right next to me. Come to Mendota, John.
yeah, I think Mendota is going to be real.
Mendoza's going to be on fire if it's anything like I think it's going to be.
No, I think it's going to be real unproductive that day.
Well, Saturday is Alicia, Lance, John Euler, Snake River, Fishing Local 336,
Mendota will be on fire.
Bar, Hog Leg, and Small Town. So I have to take one person
Hey,
off
TBA,
Sunday.
at least I got fish in my state.
Huh?
TVA said fish in the bathtub, same result.
So Uncle Lou stepped out, and I'm putting JBT in Uncle Lou's spot.
Well, I'm sorry to hear Uncle Lou won't be in there, but
I would love to see what he could do channel catfishing because I know he could put you guys to the test on that one.
Just put it this way: I'll be using 2 medium light action Uncle Lou's and one of my medium, or probably my medium and my two newest Uncle Lou rods, the medium light.
Hello, Tinkerbell. Now, if you see my live last Saturday night and Sunday night from the bank,
Yeah.
the rod that was the busiest on Friday, Saturday night and Sunday day and Sunday night was your Uncle Lou's rod.
Then I got it's a new setup that I came up with for a new way of setting up a rig.
John Orley says, Lance, that won't help you. Hello,
You
alien.
can come be my Joey, because you ain't catching a fish.
Catfish Bandit, hello. I noticed John Oilers staying in the chat smack talking, but it won't come up on panel.
John's good, people. I like John.
I like John too, but
yeah, he's staying down. He's staying down there because he's in. Ain't he in Ohio?
I don't remember.
I believe so. So just to have fun during the tournament, I'm gonna use a low profile reel on my new Uncle Lou's rod.
hey, Mr. Duggar.
You see that, Don?
Yep.
That low profile reel.
I sure hope you
Catch a lot of fish with it.
let it catch a fish.
Hold on, let me put you on solo screen.
That's my new.
That looks like a crappie rod.
Huh?
That reel looks like it'd be a good crappie reel.
I used it for catfish up here. I just put the 30-pound test on here.
Okay.
This is my new medium light Uncle Lou's. I just got in this past week. I got 2 of them in.
We have LG Bass that just came in. We have Wesker's Dreams. We have Miss Alicia Barnett coming in.
I got the Uncle Lou hook, Uncle Lou rattles, the Uncle Lou float, and my new little addition to my rig.
What's that? What's a new addition?
That is called, huh?
Oh, that thing, the weighted bobber.
Yeah. That weighted, it's called a hammer bomb in Hawaii.
Hammer bomb?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So instead of having your weight on your main line, you just tie your main line to the barrel swivel that's connected to it, and then you tie your leader onto it. So you ain't got nothing on your main line.
We have Mr. Parker Pursuits, a good friend of mine that just came in.
LG Bass. Hi.
LG Bass, how are you doing? I fished with Parker Pursuits. I mean, he's an amazing guy. He has a lot of good intel for channel cats and blues and flatheads for the Mississippi River.
But I'll probably be using 2 of my mediums and maybe my medium or one of my medium heavies, because I do want to use my new pin reel I got in.
You know, there's Doc Newman and Doc Runners. they got out in Walmart, the little 36-inch rods.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a multi-species fishing tournament.
Hey,
I'll do an 8-pound test on those things with any rig you want.
Boy, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And the only rods you can use is either dock demon or dock runner with 8-pound test.
Can you use what?
A dock demon or dock runner, 36-inch rod.
Oh,
Hey, Serena. I'm working on that one for a multi-species fishing tournament. And if you want to use chicken breast, I ain't gonna go on get into details in that one yet. I want to get this one under the belt first. Hello, Serena. If you want to come up, Serena, there's a link on top of chat. So
I'll probably be using, well, I will be using the 80-pound rig. I'll be using the rigs that on one of my rods from down
is that
east.
one of the rigs that Down East made?
Yeah. That one right here.
Yeah, that's one of his rigs, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll have it on I'll probably use my medium heavy Uncle Lou's, and I'll have this on there.
Hello, Cody Robinson. Punch and Jody's a bouncer in chat.
I don't know if I'm gonna use the 150-pound or the 80-pound yet.
Okay. Yeah, Jody's my bouncer. She just don't know it yet. I have not sent anybody a whisker seeker scale. You got to have your own scales because all catfish channel cats have to be weighed. And if I can't make it Saturday, I do have a backup host that will be helping Todd. Hey, Brian B. I do have a backup host in case I need it. So Brian B, Jody, if you have to need someone's wrench taken away, let me know. How you doing, Tim Donna? So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in here. I'll get them answered. If you want to come up on chat, I have a link pinned up on top. Everybody's smack talking in chat, but they're not doing it here. Up on
listen,
panel.
Molly. Hey, Lance.
Yeah.
I'm glad you showed me what you were using, so now I know what pole I'm going to pick to fish against you. It's a Abu Garcia reel.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
whoever wins Saturday and Sunday,
And it's 36 inches long.
Nice.
runner or
Yeah, little whisker seekers, man. That's a deadly little rod.
Yeah. I'm anxious to use it. I hope.
post that link, will you, Buck Williams?
Yeah, I got my poles in my truck. I put them in today, so I put some jewels in there, and I'll just keep looking. But I found some. Well, I fished them before, but boy, with the low water, they're beautiful spots to fish because you can read the current and everything so easy, and all the sunken sandbars are sticking out now, and makes a lot of sense to me why I got hung up in certain places. I see little trees, but there's a pile of logs along the river that I fished that before. I just throw my bait in the middle of it, and I was catching catfish almost as fast as I could pull them in.
We have the great Maurice Kaysen and Tina Ladybug that just came in.
Hey, Maurice.
Well, I already know John Orley's scared and shaking in his space boots because he won't come up here and talk smack on panels. So
Yeah, I'm gonna feel sorry for some people that day. Uh, I hate
Jake,
I hate to do it.
came up on panel.
I'll give it my best shot, and I will probably be. I'm hoping I'll be the best fisherman there, but I may not be the best catcher, but I'll be the best fisherman.
Hey, you're gonna be the best at what you do. So
Yes, sir. Got to give it a shot.
hey, that's all you can do is give it your best.
Yep.
And if those waters are smiling on you, you're gonna kick the snot out of them channel cats.
Yeah, I'm afraid
Spot
that.
you had, that video you put up, Don, that's a nice spot.
I've seen
Yeah,
a lot of good spots he's been putting up for on the Missouri.
Yep.
that's what I call my honey hole. It's right at the end of the tail race on the dam.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
Where I'll put my trailer is only about maybe a half mile away from there.
Dang. Hey, Richard, how are you doing fishing the freedoms? Lance, fishing in freedom wants you to tell him about those hammer bombs. Are they lead? What weights they come in?
The hammer bomb. What they're
Yeah, I'll put you back on solo again.
what they are technically used for in Hawaii, they use it for throwing light lures or jigs or flies. They have unleaded, what they call unleaded, and those will just they'll be submerged just a little under the water. These here are 2.5 ounces, and they're what they call the leaded. So these are heavy. I'm going to use them just for bottom fishing. But they use them in Hawaii, like I said, for throwing flies from the beach.
Now, how heavy of weights are those?
These are 2.5 ounce, and that's the biggest they get.
Oh, you can't get them in 4 ounce?
No, not from High Fish Gear. And I don't know anywhere else that sells them because the guy at High Fish Gear tackle shop in Hawaii, he's the inventor of the hammer bombs. But I talked to him. That's why I got a couple. He said there is guys like on the West Coast that uses them for bottom fishing. So since I'll be fishing Mendota, that's when I'll bring these out and mess with them in the lake because there ain't no current.
Okay. Yeah, next weekend I want to meet Jason Lamb up at Alton Dam. We're gonna go do some catfishing and some snagging up there.
High fishing,
Hey,
free
Ladybug.
Duggar.
Richard Ward says in Mendota, yay.
And I mean, these hammer bombs, man. When I was a kid, my dad and my uncles, they taught me how to. We was making stuff like this with. We was using golf balls. We'd put the ice screws one on each side of the golf ball, and that would give you the extra weight, and that golf ball would float
Oh, really?
in the ocean. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know golf ball would float, but I didn't think with a 2 ounce weighted bobber like you got would keep it floating. Hey, Sean,
No, this year we never had this back in the day. So the golf ball was what this is. That's how he came up with the idea to come up with
okay.
these. But we would use the golf ball because we used a lot of curly tailed grubs in Hawaii for what we call whipping.
Now, Saturday's lineup is going to be Sharina, CBA, Danny Stone, Brad and Jason, JD and Tara, JBT, Palefoot. We got JBT and Susquehanna Stan for Sunday. And those two, whoever wins Saturday and Sunday, will go to the following Sunday to do a 1v1 so we can have a champ.
Sounds like fun, John. Give me a yell when you're going to be there. But you probably won't because I'll probably take that pole I got from you and that'll probably catch the winning fish.
Hey, that'd be good, John. Maybe you can visit Uncle Don while you're up there.
You know, Lance, my rig consists of 12-pound line, a slider for weights, a swivel to a leader, and my hook.
You only using 12-pound test for channel cats?
I might, yeah.
Oh, Lance is back. I don't know what happened.
It's on my.
What happened, Lance?
Man, I hit the wrong dang button.
Yeah, John, I am. That's my heaviest spinning rod, or one of them, and I'm not sure about casting with my shoulder. I should be good to go. They said give it 3 more weeks, but
Don, if you do need your Joey to cast for you, I will allow it for you since you have the injured shoulder.
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Because I'd like to see you in this tournament. And
I don't have to cast far. That's the nice thing is
yeah.
most of the places I got a spinning rod, you just flip it out there most of the time. But
Now, you did teach your grandson how to cast, correct?
yeah, I might be more time cleaning birds' nests if I let him do it.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. We have Fishing with a Squirrel in here. We have Muskrat Adventures, Roger.
Hey, Muskrat Archer.
We have Bugman 22 popped in. Who else did I miss? No, I didn't miss anybody. Those are the last ones that popped in. So this is going to be an awesome tournament for bragging rights. Alan Dittmeyer, welcome. he don't sound too worried about it. Don is going to be bringing the heat, is what Fishing Freedom says.
Well, thank you. I just joined Team Dawn. And then we can get into Lance's head and make him fish too hard. And
How you doing, Miss Swamp Donkey? Catch anything big yet?
Fishing too hard. I've been fishing tournaments all my life. It's just another day of fishing.
Me, fishing's always been a way of life for me.
Yep.
Ever since I was
Another day of fishing.
a pup. You what you caught, what you ate, but we've always been selective harvest about it.
Yep. Same here.
Duggar says, practice makes perfect. Don, let the boy cast for you.
yeah, I'll set it up and adjust it so he shouldn't have any problems. We went to a show one time and I bought a nice catfish rod and he kept staring at him, and so he ended up buying one just like it. And he's kind of slow at really dedicating to it, but I think maybe this year might change him.
What is that?
Well, I think just somebody being there and saying, let's go fishing and quit playing games on the computer all day or the phone.
Now, does he like to go out and go fishing?
He likes to, but he's not real good at picking spots and putting the right rigs on to catch many fish.
So you're gonna help him learn that one then, huh?
Yeah, I've been trying.
With time too.
Oh yeah.
If I win the tournament, Avid has to wear a dress.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. That is not happening.
I already tried bribing Cause. She didn't bite either.
The host and the co-host is not part of any side bets.
But it'll be interesting what I catch if I go to the honey hole. There's so many different species that hang around there, and they'll all bite on the stuff I'll be throwing. So
Let's talk about baits. What baits you guys going to be using?
the only live bait I can use is the little fathead minnows or crawlers. That's the only thing I'll find around here. And
Now, you can't get blood bait out of the fishing section in Walmart, too, so.
Oh, Don's going to be using jewels.
I have the jewels. I'll probably give it a try. But
Yeah.
I was going to order some gizzard shad for cut bait. Somebody gave me a site to go to order it, but it's hard to catch them up here. And I'm kind of running out of time to go out and catch them, but I'll give it a try. But I'll probably try more of the cut bait side.
Well, you got 2 weeks to get bait, so I don't see where there's a problem with that one.
And
Chin Jody, that's a big no. Hey, Big Matt, how you doing?
I'll have a lot of choices. I'll have chicken there, and just depends on how the days go. I might be switching out quite a bit, but I'm pretty patient.
Well, I've gave you guys a good list of baits that should be legal in all states.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys have
Everything's legal here.
The list of baits I give you is a good portion of baits.
Yep.
Here, I'll even be nice, Don. I'll use these.
Okay. Yeah, it's for live baits here, we're just really restricted, but that's all right.
Yeah,
I
you can
wish
use
I could
a
get
live bait that's legal in your state.
yeah, I wish I could get my crayfish traps out, and I'd love to catch a few real nice crayfish to use. But
I have crayfish traps. It's just not the season for it yet. The water's still too cold here.
yep, way too cold here too.
Right when I think the water's starting to warm up, a cold front comes in with this cold rain and just hammers it. I gotta see
Yeah,
what
it's
GBT's
gonna
talking
be
about.
what it's gonna be. Whatever the weather brings in next week, and the river opened up fast, and the boat
JVT,
launch,
I'd end up in traction if I tried that.
but the boat launches had these big slabs of ice on them that were probably 2.5 foot thick and 20 feet around. But they must have either moved them out or they melted in the last few days because there was a lot of boats out today. They're all fishing for walleye. I asked one guy, "Why you catch anything?" No, it was a really slow day, only a couple northerns. And I'm thinking, you're way up in the shallows. This time of year, northerns are spawning. And you didn't expect to catch northerns? Yeah, I'm still going around in my head how I can beat them rocks and get to the bottom. There's a little bit of a sandbar there that I can stand on if I can get down them, but that's a long ways down. And I thought, well, I'll just have my Joey run up and
What
down
the
there.
heck?
Nope, Lance don't do stupid side bets like that.
Did you see what Jody wrote, Lance?
Yep, I
I
don't do
was thinking
side
that
bets.
if Lance lost, he would wear a 90 fishing. He has a figure and the hair for it.
Come
Nope,
on, Lance, take her up on it.
no can do.
That, that, no, that's just a picture I don't want to see in a brain. I've seen two fishermen, one in a dress, one in the speedo, doing a catfishing live, and both of those I can't get out of the brain. That's just wrong in so many levels. Especially pork chop. I got to commend him. He was a man of his word. He did it. He had a
Yeah,
cartoon Jody wig on and a dress on, but he had whiskers.
and it was cold too that day. Boy,
CBA, I think she is trying to determine to put every male angler in a dress or makeup. If Don doesn't win a tournament, he has to dress up as a ballerina and dance around his garage. That's what JBT said.
Do you really think about it? Do you really want to see that?
No, I don't. That would just be, how can I put it? A visual impairment to the brain.
You betcha.
Hello, Jello.
hey Jello.
Yeah, I know she is LG Bass.
That's my agent at work.
Yeah, but hey, she's hunting for main cards. Is the way LG Bass put it. But says, no, never ever. I would rather accept gift cards. Oh, so she can be bought off with gift cards. Okay. Buck Williams says, I haven't seen Miss Porkchop in chat since that live stream.
Boy, I tell you, them guys were tearing up the crappie and skippies this weekend. I was so envious. Jody, she didn't only catch a bunch.
Hey, K-Fox Hunter.
Hey, Fox Hunter. I went out after doing laundry today, and I tried to be out there in that wind and the temperature, and the fish weren't even biting.
Yeah,
The crappie wasn't biting, the bluegills wasn't biting, the channel cats weren't biting, nothing.
I
It was
was
like there's a cold front that's coming through, and it just put a sock on the fish biting.
well. The wind kind of quit blowing here for now.
It was like 28 degrees here, but the feels like temperature was 16.
That's awesome, Jody. You ended up with 53 skipjack. It gives
You're
you
right.
enough bait for a couple trips.
Rustic ended up with a bunch too.
Yeah, I seen that. I'm hoping the river ain't up as high as
Hey,
it
Jim
is
Donna.
Saturday.
Yeah, here the river and the lake, they stock schmelt in the lake. Well, I don't stock them anymore. They're kind of self-sufficient, but that's the food source. And then the river, South Dakota stocked the gizzard shad for food source down there. But the schmelt, you can't, they're only about 4 inches long when they come through the power plant and they get stunned. If there happens to be a bunch of them come through there and I can net them up, I can use them for bait. But
Now, how are you related to the hatcheries, Don?
I volunteer there for it from May 1st till Labor Day.
Okay. You see,
And
I like the videos. I wish you could go a little bit more in depth on them.
yeah, I'm hoping to go back up and take my GoPro so I can actually put it down inside the tank and let the fish swim around it for a while.
You really had me on the sturgeons. The
Uh,
sturgeons and those big carp, and man, those things were monstrous.
yeah, it's really weird. Sturgeon don't mind being touched. You reach in and touch them, and any other fish, they're gone.
Yeah,
And
that
you
baby
know,
you picked up, it just sat there in your hands like nothing.
yeah, that was one we spawned out last summer.
If anybody hasn't seen those videos, can I get one of my mods to post Don R's link and go over and watch his videos of the fisheries that he volunteers at? He has some amazing videos on that.
Well, the month of May is when we're busy. They spawned out the salmon eggs last fall and hatched them, but this May we'll have probably northern pike, walleye. But May is a big month. They do a lot of hatching in May, and then throughout the rest of the summer they stock the fingerlings, which are only about 2.5, 3 inches long. Thank you, Brian B. But it's really interesting. We did 500,000 salmon for the lake.
Hey, Bambi.
A Parker Pursuits. I'm going to
Hey,
meet
Valerie.
Jason Lamb up at Alton Dam Saturday. We're going to be doing some snagging for Asian carp, silver carp, and some paddlefish. So if you want to come up and meet Jason, you're more than welcome to. Thank you, Brian B.
Interesting fact about paddlefish. Paddlefish has 3 eyes. Most,
3.
most people don't know that. They
Where's the
actually
third one?
on the
Is that
top
one on top?
there's a membrane over it, but that one on top of their head can sense any changes in uh, like night and day, a boat going over them or anything like that. That top one can sense it change in light.
So it can make it dive or stay up on top of the water.
Yeah, so he kind of is looking up and it's bright up there, so any objects would show up dark, and so they actually would be able to see above. And
Okay.
the paddlefish, if you look at his body, they are made for speed. They have
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
especially when you hook into them with a one-aught treble hook.
because they are usually in a lot of current, and what they'll do is if they don't keep swimming, they die.
Right. Hello, real time catfishing, Mr. John Parker.
What they can do with that body is they can lay right flat on the bottom with little effort, and then they use their rostrum as a rudder to keep them level on the bottom, and they can just lay there and rest. They don't have to keep swimming that way.
Who's that? The paddlefish?
Yep.
Now, do you guys mess with paddlefish at the hatchery?
Uh, once in a while, they're pretty much take care of themselves.
Oh, okay.
And in the spring, we have a real short little season up where the Yellowstone runs into the Missouri. They call it the confluence area. And the paddlefish are going up into the Yellowstone and stuff to spawn at that
See,
time.
that Missouri goes all the way up into Montana.
Yeah, goes all the way up to Kalispell, I think, or close by there.
No, it goes all the way up to Kalispell, up past Sun Road Mountain, up to a small town on north side of Kalispell by about 30 miles, and
Mhm.
it breaks off into 5 or 6 different creeks.
Right.
Feed into it.
Yeah, and the other main feed we have coming in is from the Yellowstone River.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Jello.
When if the snowpack up there is real good, we'll fill up the lakes, but that'll probably be into June before we even start seeing anything coming from there.
I tell you what, when that snow melts up there north of Kalispell and the Missouri River, everybody down south on that river is going to get it.
Yeah,
Because that Missouri just runs.
yeah. There's only Fort Peck in Montana that will above us.
Fort Peck, I tell you what, that thing floods out every year from that Missouri. But
I
that lake has some giant cats in it, and some flatheads.
I I'd love to go up there in the fall when the big lake trout come in shallow.
Have you ever been to the lake in Kalispell?
I drove around it last year. I was really quite impressed with it.
If you go on it on a boat
Hmm.
and look down, that lake is so clear you can see every fish, every log, everything, all the way to the bottom of the lake.
How
Yeah,
deep is that lake?
It gets up to 90 to 120 feet deep,
yeah.
Wow.
and it's so clear you can see the bottom.
Wow.
That
That's
water is like glass.
that sounds like a pretty lake.
It is a very pretty lake, and you can get some lake trout out there pushing maybe 50, 55 pounds.
Oh, wow.
They have a real good fishery there. All your
Yeah, it's a Flathead Lake.
salmon and trout and
Oh, yeah.
walleye.
Right now, Montana has a battle against the northern pike. They have no limit on the northern pike because they want them out of their fisheries because it's hurting the rainbows and all that. So they don't want them around there. Hey, Christy Brown.
How you doing, Miss Chrissy?
The trout fishermen feel the same way about the walleye and any of the predator type fish.
Boom, bada, bing, bing, bing. Thank you, 351, for the donation.
But I imagine that'll go on for years. There'll always be somebody that wants it a little bit different depending on what they're fishing for.
Yeah.
I don't care. If I can,
Montana, they're trying to protect their fisheries.
yep.
Someone transported those northern pikes up into those fisheries and dropped them off. and they
Yep.
don't know who did it, but they're trying to find out who did it.
We're that's what last year we were going to take a load of burbot up to near Kalispell and reintroduce them to the upper Missouri River. But we didn't have very good success, so I'm curious what they'll come up with this year. They might just keep them inside instead of putting them in the outside ponds. But they found the outside ponds, they had to keep water flowing through there because to keep the temperature down for them because they don't like
Right.
the temperature.
But see, a good thing is about the Flathead Lake. That's spring fed out of two cold springs, so it's going to keep it cold and current going around in there. But it also keeps that water crystal clear.
Yeah, those cold veins really are good filters. And
But I can't believe how clear that lake is. Even after a rain, it might get murky for about 8, 10, 12 hours, and after that, it's clear again like ice. After rain, where it gets murky and muddy, you give it a couple hours, and that lake is clear.
ours will get cleared up pretty good, but any little wind and there's getting to be a lot of erosion around the edge with all the sand and everything. And so it gets murky pretty fast. And
Feeling a little better, Miss Valerie.
Hello, Valerie Irwin.
hey, Valerie. So that's when I hit the follow the mud lines. And that's always worked out pretty good for me. The predator type fish kind of hang right on the edge, and your catfish will be a little bit further inland than that.
Yeah. No, they got the burbot and ling up there in Montana that are really big. Because that water is perfect for them because it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised Roosevelt Lake in Washington that I think it's coming up here soon. They flock to it to catch whitefish and burbot. And that's all they fish for is whitefish and burbot.
See, that's another species we're going to target this year
Yeah.
is whitefish.
No, my mods would like they can share out any link they want to help channels grow. So the third, the third show, I'm thinking we'll bring up all the contestants for Saturday or Sunday and let them have one last chance at smack talking.
If nothing else at the end, I should win that, huh?
Hey, someone's going to win something on this smack talk. I don't know who or what, but somebody's going to win that smack talking.
Well, it's been a lot of fun with you, Lance.
Yeah.
At your expense.
Listening to you two could go at it up on panel is fun. Just getting anybody else to come up here to do it is hard.
That's why it would be fun to have a tournament where you're within earshot of one another.
Hey, with you being on live, they're all within earshot.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
Everybody's on earshot because even during the tournament, that smack talking is going to be good.
Well, I hope I can live up to it, but my biggest goal is to start like Danny. He's got his river. I would like to let people know what we have up here for a fishery. And
Please, everybody, go to over to Uncle Lou's channel to help him grow. And if you need any gear or tackle, go over to his Facebook store and put in your orders. Let's give him some love.
Yeah, I hit them up a couple times already. That's the other part that's hard is which two poles am I going to fish with?
That's why I got two more. I ordered two medium light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's going to be a good show. I'm hoping it's going to be a really great show. Have a really good turnout.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, because I know everybody's going to be there for as contestants. I know we're going to have people in chat. We got Kaz for a co-host. She took her PTO off to be there for both days. And if I need, I got Mark for backup for a host.
Yeah, Mark's a good guy for doing it. I wish I had his talent to read chat and respond back and keep the
Don,
ball.
that just takes practice.
Yeah.
You just got to get into the habit of doing that. If we go live, you got to be able to. How I put it is like Lance will say the same. Just bring chat into your live and get them involved.
Yep.
But hey, you did great your first live. You had what, 60, 70 people in chat?
Yeah. He sure did.
I didn't even have that in my first live.
I didn't really even know that, but I knew there was a bunch in there, a lot more than I didn't think anybody really knew who I was even to be in there, but it was overwhelming. And what was even good was my wife decided she would sit down with me and do it, and kind of got her hooked a little bit. My Joey's pretty techy.
She was amazing on that live.
Yeah, she seemed to me very comfortable, and
She looked good on that one. You were a little bit nervous.
yeah, it was more.
She's more calmer than you were.
Yeah, thank you, Parker. But it was fun. The time just flies, though. But that's you go out and go fishing with somebody. It's amazing after 8 hours. You think, geez, we talked a whole 8 hours, but I don't remember what we talked about. everything under the sun. But,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping this year to do some good fishing. I'm excited about it. Like I said, I got some of that techie stuff to figure out, and I'm going to try and get as much on tape as I can.
Well,
Age myself on tape.
if you ever need help, well, you got a lot of people here that can help you.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just little things. I did it before, and I got to try to recall how I did it. And then I see people doing things that I don't know how to do, so I'll have to figure that out. No, I didn't.
When you have Buck Williams channel link,
I didn't dress up for it, Buck. I just came straight from a doctor's appointment. They were happy with me, and so I'm good to go.
Well, that's good to hear.
hey Buck, can you post that link again in chat?
Maybe if I don't catch the most catfish, maybe I'll catch the most different species. I mean,
Hey, that's a different contest there.
yeah, I wouldn't mind catching a 10-pound salmon instead of a catfish that day.
I
Well,
agree.
John Salmon's gonna go home for dinner.
Yeah.
Maybe a 10-pound rainbow or
Well, you're in the waters. You and Lance are in the waters that catch those big salmon and trout.
yeah, they're all right there in that one hole. The state record was pulled out of there. There was a 32-pound brown trout.
Oh wow, that's a big brown trout.
Now,
And
do you
then
guys have German browns up there?
yeah, yeah, we're this May we had some we got last year from another hatchery, so we've had them all winter, and they're probably 10 inches long now, and they'll be stocked probably in May.
Now, for the people in chat that don't know what a German brown trout is, could you give them a slight difference between a brown trout and a German brown?
The coloring is the way I see it mostly, and the speckles. But
Speckles with white rings around the dots,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
but they're more of a fighter than the brown trout are.
yeah, I'm not very good on trout. When I put them next to each other, I can really tell.
Yeah,
But
you know what? I can tell them by the fight.
yeah,
Yeah, I've heard
German
the
browns,
the German browns are aggressive.
yeah, you hook one of them and they're like a musky, or they're like a hybrid bass. They don't want to come up. They just stay to the bottom and run.
yeah. A friend of mine, he caught a 30. He was only a couple ounces off the state record the guy caught the day before.
Wow.
And so he had it one of those mounts made and had it on his office wall. But nobody fishes in there for trout. Very few throughout the summer. It started back a ways. You started seeing a lot more fly fishermen in there. But last year, there didn't seem to be very many of them in there anymore. But it's fun.
Oh, Joy's fun.
It's
Joy's a blast.
such a big eddy there when there's no boats going in and out. I'll put a slip bobber on and set it for about 15, 16 feet. And it'll go out and hit that current and go down and follow that eddy up. Or it'll do that 6, 7 times before I have to pull it in.
Are you guys allowed to use minnows up there for trout?
Just the little fathead minnows, yeah.
We have a strip mine up here in New Athens that's called the Fox. The Fox, and it's maybe 80, 90, 100 feet deep. And in the summertime, I'll set a slide bobber 20 feet deep, put a big old shiner minnow on it, and come out with a 5, 10-pound trout.
Yeah.
At that depth.
Yeah, I don't like those fatheads. Most of the time, you get a scoop. They're not much. You get a lot in there, but by the time you get to the lake, half of them are dead.
Let's see, with the live well I've got in my truck, it's really insulated, a really good insulated cooler, so I can keep the cool water in there and just run the air bubbles through it. And I won't lose any minnows. But if I put a bluegill in there, if I put a decent sized bluegill in there, about a half a pound, he'll start eating them.
Yeah. Fatten them up before you. If you get a trophy one, you can do that and fatten them up on the way on the wade.
Well, see, I'm not trying to fatten them up. I'm trying to use bluegills for trout and crappie bait.
Mm-hmm.
And I put bluegills in there for flathead bait for night fishing. And when I open it, I have a good 4 dozen minnows. After I put 2 or 3 bluegills in there, I'm down to 2.5 to 3 dozen minnows.
Years ago we used to be able to use suckers, and we'd get those 4 or 5 inch suckers. To me, they were the perfect bait. You could put one on, throw it out there, leave it all day, pull it in, take the hook out, and put them in the bucket, and use them the next day. They were so hardy.
Yeah, suckers are good bait.
Yeah, these fathead minnows, when they spawn, the males, the head of the male turns solid black,
Oh yeah.
and everybody says that they have never caught anything on a male with that black head. But
Now, do you guys have a silver salmon season up there?
we don't have silver salmon. All we have is the king salmon, the Chinook. They tried silver salmon about 40 years ago, and I'm not sure why they abandoned it, but I would rather that they had the silvers than the kings.
Let's see. In Montana, we have all species of trouts and salmons up there, including the silvers, because during the silver salmon season of the run, they have a snagging season for them
Really?
where you can keep 25 of them.
Wow.
And they're good sized salmon. You
Yeah.
can get them 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds.
Yep. They're a lot more fight in them than they're kind of a jerky, jumpy type fight compared to the Chinooks are just
Yeah, wait till you hook one in the tail.
full.
Yeah, man, those Chinook, they ain't no joke. They hit the line, they just take off.
Yeah, just brute, hang on and go. And
the kokanee salmons now, those have a real delicate mouth.
yeah,
You try to set the hook in that mouth, you're just gonna rip that soft tissue inside that mouth, and the hook's gonna come straight out.
yeah. Thank you, Annette. Yeah, I watch people fish here, and everybody sets the hook. And
I see a lot of people when they're fishing for the kokanee, they rip that thing like a bullwhip.
yeah,
They're not gentle with it. They just like.
yeah. When they're fishing for crappie, I always tell them, "What are you trying to do? Rip his lips off?"
I tell them you got to be a lot more careful with the kokanee because they have a real soft inner mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Buck Williams, I use the regular water bottles and keep them in the cooler.
Well, so far, I have not had no problem with keeping that water cold in the summertime for the bait fish and minnows.
Yeah, I use a regular well, I got 2 buckets I use for bait. My regular bait bucket, and then I turned a small igloo into a bait container too. A bait.
I got one of those big igloo 50-quart coolers.
Yeah.
Black one with white. Then I took some that foam that spreads expands.
Mm-hmm.
I insulated the lid on that to where it won't heat up the water anymore.
Yeah.
And that really keeps that temperature down.
Yeah, it does. I did that too with my cooler. I made a couple slits on the inside and just filled that lid.
But see what I did, I just that little plastic cap that's in there.
Yeah.
Then I popped that off, and I filled that up with that foam all the way around. And I did 3 other holes around there and finished filling it up. And I just overloaded that thing. I overloaded that really good.
Yeah, it keeps the water nice and cool though. It does help.
Oh, it does. It keeps it really cool.
Yeah, we have to keep ours pretty cool because when we throw them in that lake, they'll get shocked because the water is usually so cold.
Yeah.
But see, I have a car battery with a 2,000 watt inverter with a aerator and the filtration system running off of it. So it keeps the water cold and clean. I put a flathead in there one time, a 7 pound flathead.
Huh.
He had all kinds of dirt on him. When the filtration got done with him, he was almost a yellow and green and brown flathead.
Hmm.
He wasn't a real dark color anymore. He's a bright color. That filtration system cleaned him, sucked all that dirt off of him. So I figured I better stop doing that.
Yeah.
So I just use the stone now, the air bubbler.
Last year I talked the biologists into setting up one raceway for me, get the water flowing through there and everything, and that I could, if I catch something, I could bring it in and put it in there or put my minnows in there. And so they set me up one last year, but I didn't get out much because my hips and my back were bothering me. But,
Yeah.
so if I catch like a pied fish or something, I can take it in there, put it in that raceway. We'll leave it for a couple weeks, and then we'll probably put it in our aquarium. But
Now, how long are those raceways?
they're all different lengths. The newer ones for the salmon are 100 feet.
I kind of figured it was either anywhere from 80 to 100, 150 feet. It
Yeah,
doesn't look long.
And they're about 10 feet wide for the salmon. And then the next building, where the sturgeon building, they're probably 50 feet, 40, 50 feet.
Okay.
And they're probably only about 6 foot wide. And then the ones inside the main building, they're about that same length, but they're still leading a little bit narrower.
How deep are they?
When I reach to the bottom, I'm up to about 3 feet. The ones in the hatchery itself are that deep. The other ones are deeper. But
Okay.
I know when I reach in to grab a sturgeon to show a little kid or something, I usually get my sleeve all wet.
Yeah, because those babies like to hang out on the bottom.
Yeah, they'll just lay there. Most of the time I can just reach down and pick them up. And when you turn them on their belly, they kind of relax. They don't fight you. And then I'll show the kids. I'll let them touch them, and then I'll, if I can, sometimes they'll fight me, but grab their lip and show how that mouth comes out into that
Yeah,
cup.
yeah, like the big sucker tube.
Yep. Kids get such a kick out of that. Last year we had 2 small paddlefish in there, and the kids really liked that too. They were easy to catch, but they stressed a little more.
Yeah, paddlefish do stress quite a bit, especially if you hook them.
Good night, Carmel.
Good night, Carmel.
Sorry, Brian.
Normal.
But the trout in there, they're probably about this long. I guess what you say, about 7, 8 pounds. And they are so skittish. All the trout are real skittish. You walk down and they shoot to the other end. And then you got the sturgeon. You walk over there and stand still, and they'll actually come around to you.
Yeah, they'll let you touch them. I've seen that.
And we got muskie, walleye, saugers, buffalo carp. Trying to think, I usually have to walk along. It changes all throughout the summer, but I walk along and they're all in that one tank. And every once in a while, we'll get a teenager in there that thinks he can catch one of those buffalo carp and there.
My hand.
Yeah. They get the feel there's no slime or nothing on the paddlefish and stuff. And comparing to the trout or the muskie or
So how many of those teenagers end up soaking wet trying to catch a carp?
Depends on how often I catch them.
No, I mean the kids.
Oh, the kids, a lot of times they'll come back wet. They kind of follow you around for the rest of the tour, and then they want to run back to the touch tank, and they just love watching the fish and sticking their hand in the water and
yeah. Now, that touch tank is what, 50 feet?
Yeah, I think about that. But we got two 20-inch pipes feeding the hatchery straight from the bottom of the dam.
Oh, wow.
So that water comes in. There are heater units on the water coming in, but so it pretty much flows straight in and straight out the other side into the river. So
it's continuously just flowing through.
Yep, it's
Right.
all by gravity.
Yeah.
And
So you just got all natural water for the fish that they're going to be in, supplying you with the water and everything.
Yeah, in the hatchery part where we hatch the eggs, we have heaters and chillers because we can regulate the hatch or control it to an extent because no matter when they spawn, if the water temperature doesn't get to the right temperature, they won't hatch.
Right.
So when we get them in, they can do their hatch in segments to where they can keep up with it. But they put the jars up and then they regulate the temperature and everything. And within 48 hours, the eggs start hatching and then they drop into a trough and go into a raceway. And when they scoop them out of there, the net they use is real fine. So when they scoop them out, it looks just like slime coming off there. They're so tiny. And
hello, Blue Line.
Hey, Blue Line.
Like the pellets, when we have to go in and clean the tanks every day, and then we pick out every dead one, half inch. My eyes get buggy, but we would sit and count them. We'd have the clicker and we would count how many we lost per day, and then they log all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's real tedious. When I want to just go and hide somewhere, that's what I volunteer to do.
Jim Beam, what's up?
Hey, but I'm gonna jump down. I gotta go cook dinner and stuff.
All right, I'm fixing to end this anyway, so I can go get something to eat. I haven't cooked yet.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I will see you all next Sunday at Sunday the 3rd, I believe it is.
Okay.
And let's see who we all can get up here on that's in the tournament that wants to come up and do some smack talking.
Yeah.
And see if they want to share out any tidbits of what they're going to be doing.
And I get to break my new reel in the tournament, hopefully.
I'm sure you will.
I'll have my rod there.
The shallow at Mendota, man. It'll be nice.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be real nice.
That weekend, I think that tournament, there's going to be a lot of fish caught from the bank and from the boat.
Oh, I know there's gonna be a lot of fish caught, especially if the weather allows it and the lakes and rivers allow it. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of fish caught.
Yeah, this weather everywhere's just got to stabilize, man. That's what's messing stuff up. I mean, people are catching fish, but not like we was seeing them last year.
Hello, Sean Lee. If you guys are, if I have anybody new in chat, please hit the subscribe button and bell notification and thumbs up. It will let you know every time I go live. And you'll probably see me go live fishing a lot more this year. And I will still be doing new younger channels, promoting them on this channel. So if you're a new younger channel and you want to come up and be a guest, shoot me a message on Facebook or shoot me an email. My email is in my About Me page. And,
Yeah. Go ahead, have it. I'm sorry.
and it's going to be a blast. Get your name to a face and get you known in the catfish community and help you grow. Go ahead, Don.
Last night I was watching Swamp Donkey, and I was kind of putzing with something. And man, I tell you, that they got a bite, and those two jumped up so damn fast and moved and everything. I said, I feel like Sanford. Oh, my heart, my heart. I said, I wonder if my heart monitor picked that one up. Just scared the bejesus out of me. But I remember when I used to be that fast.
Oh, I understand that
Yeah.
one. Buck Williams said it good. He says, I'm out to remember. Never surrender, never wave the white flag. Instead, wave a big catfish in front of the weeping eyes.
Yeah, I'll be doing that hopefully next week, but
We will see how many catfish get waved on the screens next weekend.
yeah. I can tell you one thing. If I just catch one, if for some reason the bite is just awful, man, that one, I would just love it to be a 30-pounder.
If it's over 30 pounds, you know that you're going to have some grief coming from you. Because I know Mendota had some 30-pound cats. But I'm sure they got some bigger cats in there than that.
Oh, yeah. I remember a few months ago talking to Epic, and I told him straight out, I think the next state record will cut the next to break that our state record here. I think it'll come out of Mendota.
Oh, for the gem cat?
Yeah.
I'm sure it will.
See, now there's one part in Mendota. It's where the dam is. They got that little canalway that connects. I can't remember the other lake that connects to Mendota, but it's got that little. I call it a canalway. But it I believe the next state record for channel cat will come out of Mendota.
Okay. We have 25 in chat and 55 thumbs up.
Well, that's great.
That's good.
I think I'm going to go make myself. I already dipped into my chips. I better go make some supper.
Yeah, I heard you scraping the plate earlier with your fork.
Yeah.
So what'd you have for dinner?
That was the salad.
Okay. So you're going to go after the main course now, huh?
Yep.
All right, everybody. I want to say tight lines tonight and good luck if you're going out fishing tomorrow. Or if you're going out fishing tonight, good luck. Hopefully you go live so we can watch you. If anybody else goes live later, I'll probably hop on and panel and say hi. And good night.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah,
Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
fun night.
Now, remember, August 9th and 10th at 8 a.m. Central Time. Abbott's Challenge
ninth
Check
is-
Tournament will go live.
Yeah, the 9th is best day because that's where you're going to see the winner come from.
Hey, you got to remember, there's going to be two winners, one from Saturday and one from Sunday.
Well, I'm talking overall.
Oh, so the following Sunday, if you go head to head, is when it's really going to be a battle.
Yeah, it'd sure be an honor if I didn't win that last one to lose to somebody. Well, anybody.
April.
Bracket.
Miss Chrissy, April
I
9th.
appreciate it's April 9th. And there's going to be another one coming up in August. I just haven't had
April
the
9th and 10th.
Alrighty, gentlemen. I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump out and
Thanks for having us up, Avid.
thank
You guys
you.
are more than welcome to come up.
You guys have a good night.
Good
All
night,
right.
everybody, and tight lines.